Not good morning, but a very good Sunday evening to all. I extend a very warm welcome to our young, creative, and stand-up comedy speaker, Mr. Jayapal Christian. I also extend a very warm welcome to our committed and guiding force, Mr. Pradeep Dhoble. I was hoping that our supporter always, Mr. Sanjay Singh, would be here. Our guru, Mr. S.R. Tulsi, would be here. Our motivator, Mr. A.V. Rao, would be here. Our safety guide, Mr. Prakash Patak, would be here. Our hero and fitness inspirer, Mr. Joga Rao, would be here. But we don't have them, I think. They may join later. And our Silvers, a very warm welcome to our Silvers founder and persevering force, Dr. V. Barla. And last but not the least, all our dear friends from BPL, PSPD, BPS, BMS, Silvers and their family members. Well, before I go on to introduce our speaker, I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Barla for the awesome initiative of Legendary Couples of Silvers Group. And then I would like to most profusely thank one and all who have sent very touching and complimentary messages for Leon and myself. The last 4 days have been some of the best days of my life as I read with tears of joy every single message. I was overwhelmed and felt a great sense of fulfillment. Sorry, Dr. Barla, for using this platform. I felt I have some small privileges, and this is one of those. Anyways, I'm honored and privileged to introduce to you today Mr. Jayapal Christian. In his own words, the brief will be short and sweet. However, do listen with intent as Jayapal's career is pretty interesting and noteworthy. Jayapal joined BPL in November 1984 and left in April 1996. A 12-year-long stint in marketing department, was market research and sales coordinator. Thereafter, he got involved in rural Medicare and self-employment programs with his father till 2004. Then on to real estate activities till 2016. Additionally, took up tea leaf supply by leasing out tea estate in Nilgiris. He started in a small way with 13 acres, he calls that small, which has now grown to 75 acres. He is not stopping there, plans to expand further and diversify into coffee and spices. Indeed, Jayapal, this was one of the spiciest profiles I have shared on this platform. Jayapal is an ardent lover of nature and a wildlife enthusiast. What I know of Jayapal is that he's a very helpful teammate, as I was in marketing and sales for a couple of years. Very punctual and never rested till the work at hand was completed. A subtle sense of humor which quality endeared him to one and all. However, having that quality, he still would speak only when spoken to. A pleasant person to be around with. So today we are going to hear Jayapal on the topic work-life balance, my experiences. We were all looking forward to a stand-up comedy session by him, but I'm surely he'll convert this into one. So over to you, Jayapal.
He can do it sitting down.
That is the first comment. Yeah, thanks so much, Chris, for this wonderful introduction. It's my honor to be here, and I want to say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pradeep sir, Dr. Barla, and all my friends, colleagues, and some people whom I've never met before. I'm indeed privileged to be able to say something to you. Hopefully, it's not going to be a long drawn-out lecture, but it's going to be something short and sweet. And I wish that you will all enjoy and imbibe some of my experiences, which has taught me many a lesson in life, and indeed made me a much better person what I was 35 years back. To a great extent, I thank BPL for this. It was my first job as a fresher. And everyone there has been very, very supportive. And the work culture in BPL was awesome. We were made to think rather than be pawns on a chessboard. Just move here, just move there, kill him. That's not the way. It was that we were independent operators and thinkers. And for this, I have to thank my bosses, each and every one of them, for inculcating this culture. And this transformed into a very positive energy. And we were forced at times to put on our thinking caps, think out of the box. And thereby, this thinking directly translated into a very conducive working atmosphere, in turn translated into some sort of profits for the company. I will elaborate on it later. I think many people have to learn from this. The topic here is work-life balance and my experiences. Being working in a corporate setup, I guess most of you would have similar experiences to mine as regards the work-life balance and your house, your family. First of all, to have a proper and an optimal productivity at your workplace, you need a conducive and supportive environment at home. But without that, this won't be possible. Otherwise, what happens? Your better half will become a bitter half. And that is not an ideal thing to happen. As it is, as an employee in a relatively junior level in the hierarchy of the organization. At office, the boss is always right. At home, spouse is always right. We are in the limbo. हम बीच में लटक रहे हैं. We are flying. But jokes apart, this is the truth. So I joined in '84 in the marketing department. I have to thank Mr. K.L. Chuk, who gave me this job. I'm ever grateful to him for that. And my first boss was George Thomas. I remember my first day. I said, "Good morning, sir." He said, "Don't call me sir, call me George." That set the ball rolling. And thereon, I had several bosses. I had C.P. Nagi Reddy, Dr. C.P. Nagi Reddy, involved in market research. There was Viren Khosla. There was the most volatile Mr. Rajiv Shukuri, if I may say so. There was Mr. Sunil Chahani, a totally different type of person. And finally, there was Mr. K.I. Viswanathan, Vishy. And the closest I was with Mr. K.I. Viswanathan. Having been involved with him in Bombay branch in the year 1992 up to 1993, about 1.5 years. And thereafter, in marketing and sales, in the year, I think it was early 94 onwards, till I left the company. I must say, Vishy was an excellent person, a very, very knowledgeable person, a man who was always cool in crisis, a man who was very knowledgeable about market conditions and the product, a man who compelled us to put on our thinking caps. And it was indeed a great privilege and a great pleasure to work under Vishy. And it was in this period of my time with Vishy that I'm proud to say, Pradeep sir and Sanjay sir may recall It was in the early 90s, and we for the first time made an effort to improve the productivity at machine stage and finishing house by optimizing decal. It was the initiative taken by Vishy and the entire sales coordination cell, with special reference I want to make for Mr. Venkatachari, who is not here. He was an absolute guru in decal combination. So I just want to very briefly touch on this, that in our small way, we made very, very hard efforts, and the results were very, very satisfying in improving the productivity at the machine stage and finishing house by optimizing the decal, which to some extent undoubtedly improved the profitability of the company. This is one example of what a conducive working environment can do to a person. It brings out your hidden talent to the fore and makes you, feel special. That's what it is. At the end of the day, what do you want? You work hard. You want appreciation for your effort. And that's what I found we had in Bhadrachalam. And I'm very thankful to that. And it has indeed taught me a lot that we cannot afford to be enclosed into a cocoon of comfort unless you're a caterpillar. You would have to break out and do your job to the best of your ability, and sometimes beyond the 100% expected of you. Having said that, I would like to mention a couple of incidents during my career in Bhadrachalam, which has left a great impression in my life and made me a stronger person. The first was in May 1991 when we had a strike. That was the time where we managers had to be exposed to the mill operations in Bhadrachalam, and we were helping in running the mill. Whether be it shoveling coal into the furnace, or pushing reels in the finishing house, or helping in dispatch from paper godown. For 1 month, 4 of us in a room. It was a great life. It was tough work. We had about 10-hour shifts, if I'm not mistaken. We did it willingly, we did it cheerfully to the best of our ability. And we learned things which we would have never learned in normal circumstances. And the management of Bhadrachalam was very kind to provide people like us a free hand in the club as regards credit in the club, I would say. This is a very nice thing. Credit in the club for your snacks and liquor. We were provided credit. What happened because of this policy from the company was Vijay Mallya and Mohan Mikans made a lot of money out of us. Their contribution was directly and exponentially increased. And when the company saw this, they very promptly put a stop to credit facilities. What I meant to say is that the main environment and the main thing in Bhadrachalam is this togetherness, this oneness as a family. And such incidents brought us together as a family. Eventually, the problem was solved, and we were very happy for that. But this is one experience. I remember dispatching material without wrapping the reels and to Wimco and ITC, the corporate customers. We had to execute some orders. So they were without any wrappers, the reels, especially the reels. So all these experiences left a mark in my life which I can never forget. The second incident I recall was during my stint in Bombay branch. It was in the year 1992, 6th of December, the fateful day that Babri Masjid was demolished. And you would all recall there were riots all over the country, more so in Bombay. I had first-hand experience of these riots. The burning vehicles, shops, on streets, violence, the partition type of violence. The, people not sure which religion you belong to. It was kind of not as bad as the partition, but it was quite a bad situation. There was violence everywhere. All offices were closed. Our office was closed in Mumbai at Tulsiani Chambers. But since I was living in Colaba, I didn't depend on any public transport or anything like that. So every morning I used to take an walk to the office and put the shutter down inside and work for 2 or 3 hours over there, to whatever little extent possible, mainly to give a ground report to Vichy and also to HOs, what's happening, what's not happening over here. And Bombay office, the stint in Bombay office, apart from meeting customers, apart from directly involved in market conditions, market research, market activities, this period of violence and strife also made me realize that there's something I did out of my own violation. There was no one forcing me to do this. No one told me come to office. No one told me do this, do that. It was sort of our own violation, our own interest that we did this. And that is the beauty of Bhadrachalam ITC, Bhadrachalam paperworks. Why people go, why they risk, not risk, they go out on a limb to do more than they expected to do. It isn't a work culture, it's a work ethic which makes the company great. And I'm sure this ethic will continue and indeed make the company greater and greater in times to come. So I must, with all my heart, thank the management for supporting all of us, even junior people, to do our best and to come out with more than what is expected of us. And this is what's going to make your company successful and will make it more and more and more successful and be the global leaders one day, I hope. It's not far away. Anyways, coming to my departure from BPL post 1996, I joined my father, who was a doctor and who was into rural development and some charitable activities, some healthcare, and some self-employment activities, benefit activities in villages. And we covered nearly about 375 villages in Rangareddy and Medak district. And that was also a great learning process for me in terms of gaining knowledge outside my subject, in terms of medical knowledge, in terms of agricultural knowledge, in terms of coming in contact with the poorest of the poor and seeing what their living conditions are and what how they survive. And so many things which we take for granted are just not available to them. So when people talk about, distress to poor farmers, etc., 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 I wonder how many have actually been there to look at the things. What we take for granted is just not available to those people. I learned all this. It imbibed in me a sense of compassion, a sense of dedication, a sense that we as more fortunate people should do whatever within our limits, not compromising the happiness of our family and all, but whatever it is in our limits, to do better than a lot of these people. It is touching sometimes. I've seen, leprosy, people are afflicted by leprosy in these villages and all. They don't have even hands, they don't have fingers. How they eat their food is something to be seen. It is pathetic sometimes. How do they brush their teeth? How do they wash themselves? See, these things we take for granted, but we can't realize how lucky we are until we see the opposite side of the coin. And we are grateful to the Almighty. I'm sure all of us are, that we are indeed more fortunate and in a position to help others. I feel in our own little way, we should do so. So for 7 years, I worked with my father. I learned many things. I interacted with many more medical professionals and corporate hospitals for healthcare, and also with many government organizations for this welfare activities and all that. And after his death in 2003, due to cancer, I branched off into a real estate activity as a freelancer kind of a thing, with no structured office or big workforce or anything like that. I just took advantage of the booming market situation to purchase and sell properties. Very simple operation, not much cerebral activity involved in this, just taking advantage of a boom in the market conditions. And I continued to do it. First I did it within Hyderabad, then I branched off to Tamil Nadu, to Coimbatore, to Ooty, to Kunur in the hills. Since I was born in Kunur, so I know the place well. And I was involved in these activities for a long period of time. I'm still involved in those activities, apart from my other works. So I was exposed to the cutthroat business of real estate. It is indeed cutthroat at certain times. And you need to be a tough guy, you need to be devious at times, you need to be, there's so many things in this. I was exposed to all of them. Thereafter, I felt that this life, it was at a standstill kind of thing. I was stagnating. It gave me no joy. And then I decided to pursue my passion, which was to be involved in tea estate activities. I had this desire since my teens, but my parents, they didn't allow me to do so. Are kaha jayega? So far away from us. We can't, you can't travel to Hyderabad. Those days, everything was a problem, a big issue. But that was my passion, and it was a latent passion, and now I got a chance. So I said, okay, let's try and do something. So I entered in the year 2017. I just wandered around the place and said, okay, let's take up tea business. And with a small capital. I was not willing to, risk a big capital and all these things. So a small capital. A small capital, I mean 5 lakhs. So small. You won't believe it. I started with around 13 acres, a small estate for lease. I knew nothing of tea business. I knew nothing of tea plantation, cultivation, all the nitty-gritties involved. Because everything, it was on hands-on experience. I learned from the workforce. I learned from the labor about tea. It was not by books or anything like that. Of course, I read some books, that's different. But the main thing was I learned from the workforce about tea. And after 6 months of operation, I found that I was very comfortable with it. Labor management was never an issue with me. I always had a very good relationship with my labor workforce, because I believe I was warned before. You know, these guys, they're dangerous. Don't go into it. Don't rub them the wrong way. There have been instances where managers have been bumped off, you know, just murdered. Be damn careful with them. But my funda in life is very simple. You do good to others, you be honest with them, and they'll reciprocate. That is my funda in life. I don't care who you are. You're a person, I am a person. I be good to you, I expect you to reciprocate. And that was the principle in which I adopted and which I went forward with. And by the grace of the Almighty, it has borne fruit so far. I never had, touch wood till date, a problem with labor. So more than 60 or 70 labor now I handle. But never a problem. There are some minor hiccups here and there as to be expected in any operation. But never any serious issue which we could not solve. And slowly from 13 it became 30. From 30 it became 75, which is what is trending now. And this business, as you know, tea has certainly added a flavor in my life, which I'm thankful for. Like tea leaves, tea leaves when boiled give us flavor. So this tea gives me a flavor in life. I'm very thankful for this, that we could do something, pursue our passion. And the fruits of the passion, if it pays the bills, nothing like it. So wherever possible, as Madhu did, pursuing his passion in setting up a paper mill, so did I have an opportunity in a smaller way to pursue my passion. And as Chris told you, I am a wildlife enthusiast. And this was also one of the reasons why I took up being in the wilderness, exposed to wildlife on a daily basis. This is away from the subject, but I'll just tell you some experiences. We encounter wildlife on a daily basis, like sloth bear, Indian gaur, in certain area elephant, and of course snakes are there everywhere. So in this activity, there is also a very present, real, physical threat to you in terms of attacks from wild. And I have been subject to two such instances where I very narrowly escaped death. Once when I was trekking and we were attacked by elephants. And I don't know how we survived. We just escaped by the skin of our teeth. And I knew fear. And we were staring death in the face, and that was a literal saying, when you stare death at the face, in the face. And that was death was in the form of an elephant charge. And we ran for our lives, literally. But we had the presence of mind to, drop one of our jackets and our cap, which we were wearing, and that distracted these animals for some time. And we were able to make good our escape. But all these factors, in hindsight, have added spice to life. But then we were really scared, and this is one of my experiences of life and death. Now, as what do we say more? In Bhadrachalam, I was also a part of the cricket team. I'm very interested in cricket, and Madhusudan was there in the cricket team. And one of our, now the Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, Murlidhar, he was also in the team. And we played cricket and had several enjoyable moments. Not to say the Diwali parties and all these things, the outings, the picnics, which all made us very happy and eager and motivated to give up our best for the company. A special word for Vishy. You see, when we had the lunch break was generally a little bit flexible in Bhadrachalam. I had a habit of buying Meetha Pan. I used to buy 5 or 6 extra always and keep it with me. And generally, most of this, the girls, we had a pretty colorful lot of and charming ladies in both marketing, in finance, in projects. I remember Lakshmi, Sylvia, Lauren, and even Christine. I used to go sometimes down to the ExCom and give her some fun. So they used to come to my desk and I used to give this pan sometimes. And then Vishy, as usual, he always takes a walk down the aisle after lunchtime. And in this characteristic way, he just walks past and then one eyebrow raised. Jaipal, lots of color at your desk. क्या हो रहा है? आपका lunch नहीं हुआ क्या अभी? It's just good fun, but this was the environment of work and this was how our bosses were. And I was indeed fortunate for these 12 years in Bhadrachalam. I don't have really much material in the sense of life and work balancing. This is experienced by each and every person who's working. And each one has his own strategy and has evolved his own strategy how to handle his family and how to handle his boss. And let's leave it at that. We can't make any big speeches on this effect. So, in a lighter vein, I should say that in a lighter vein or lighter artery or whatever, I'm indeed thankful in the month of February to address an August gathering. I have nothing much more to add, dear friends. I leave it open to anybody who wishes to ask me any questions. As I promised, it will be short and sweet. And I hope it is short and sweet. Chris, over to you, over to you.
Thank you very much, Jaipal. That was really indeed short and sweet. Very interesting, and I expected some more jokes in between, but that's okay. I think I'm sure now you'd come out with it. Maybe you're a little tense about the whole.
No, not really. But come on now, when you ask questions, maybe.
Yeah, that's what.
That's it.
So thank you so much, and I will now request Mr. Bhoble to kindly give his.
So thank you, Jaipal. What a unique journey you have had in your life so far. At least I was not aware about the nuances and the kind of, what should I call it, twist and turn that you have had in your career and life, and completely different from one to another, from a corporate life to a kind of an NGO, if I can call it, NGO type of life, when your whole motto of life is to help out people, particularly the downtrodden, the below poverty line kind of people, people with health issues, and then moving into real estate, and then moving into, like an entrepreneur, you sort of got into tea business, and that to buying out gardens without having any experience. So, it was supposed to be a fun and games evening, but it was actually very serious stuff. Somebody who has gone through this kind of experiences in his life, and your narration of that, I'm really very, very impressed. And because we kept on saying it has to be a fun evening, you did lace it with some lighter moments, which took away the tension of what we were speaking about, that experience which you're talking about, where you saw death staring into you. Very few people, hopefully nobody gets it, but those who get it, they really know what it means. So it was very fascinating to listen to your journey. Thank you very much for that. Of course, the topic was work-life balance, and sometimes I wonder why people, make so much halagulla about this work-life balance nowadays. At our time, it used to be work is worship. And now everybody talks of work-life balance, thereby meaning that they are two separate things. Work is work and life is something else. Why? I don't know why this dichotomy, It doesn't have to be like that. You can enjoy your work as a part of your life, and you can enjoy your life as a part of your work. Typically, it boils down to thinking what happens to families, how do the wives take it, how will the children take it, so on and so forth. But I think today's world, they all also have their own priorities. Sometimes it becomes a bother for them if we try getting involved too much, But wonderfully narrated, Jaipal. You still didn't answer my question. Two questions I have for you. Still didn't answer my question about Baba. And and the second question is, how was your wife's reaction to these, journeys which you took? I mean, normally you do mention it to them and take their opinion. How do they take it? So I would like to get some nuances.
Yeah, I tell you. The first, coming to your question on Baba.
Yeah.
Well, during my childhood, we had a lot of Muslim help, in-house Muslim help. They used to stay with us. In those days, everybody had 2 or 3 in-house helps. We never used to do anything. Everything done by others. And it was a common term to address as Baba.
Okay.
Chote Baba, Bade Baba.
Okay.
This is how they used to address.
Okay.
So nobody knew my name. If you ask the servant, if you ask the help, उनका नाम क्या है? Baba है.
At that time, Chote Baba.
Yeah.
At that time, Chote Baba.
Chote Baba. And in the sense of, the second question of yours, how did my family and specifically how my spouse took it?
Yeah.
In 96, when I left BPL, she was totally against it. But my father at that time had an accident and he was not able, not a major one, and just broke his leg, but he was not unable to discharge his duties in, extensively traveling around in rural areas and all that. So I took a decision, was not accepted at first, but came to terms with it later on as time passed. As regards real estate, she was all for it, and she actually helped me to set up this tea estate business. I had the full support of my family.
Oh.
Though I'm away from my family in this because they are stationed in Hyderabad. My son is a dentist. My daughter has completed her graduation and she got admission into Harvard. And she's waiting now because of this COVID. Everything has got postponed. So maybe in August 21, she will leave. And the third child is still in school. She's in class 6. So most of your grandchildren and my child are of the same age. So, except for my decision of leaving Bhadrachalam, my family supported my other decisions. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Compliments to her as well. Yeah. Yes, Christine, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jaipal. Jaipal, you sit a little in front, no? We can't see you.
Right, right.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, okay. Anybody, Dr. Barla?
Barla Garu, the dawn of the group.
No. First of all,
the dawn in a good way, sir. Barla Garu.
Jaipal, it's wonderful to hear you, and we have discovered a good speaker in you, because you've organized your speech so well. The points came out. I have listed down 10 points. All 10 are learnings for the team here today out of your speech. Your English was very good, flawless, words well chosen, and your language was good, and the presentation was pretty good. I must compliment you for being a good speaker amongst
Thank you.
us. I discovered it because I never heard you before, and it's been a pleasant experience to hear you and discover a good speaker in you. You never faltered, you never repeated, you had no confusion in mind, a clear thought flowing out of sequential points. It's good. It's good to hear such a pleasant, organized talk. And I also want to compliment your daughter who's got admission into Harvard. Is it a Kennedy
Thank you,
school or which campus is it? Boston?
No, I don't know Barla garu. You see, she got into Harvard, Princeton, Yale, and Columbia, all four. Now, she is doing neurosciences
Wow.
and also business administration, both double graduation she has.
Fantastic.
So there are they are offering some scholarships, so we are waiting that. The best deal we'll take.
Funding will be an issue. Maybe you'll have to look into that. But then getting admission into Harvard itself is a feather in the crown.
Yeah, they were all Skype interviews.
It's a great success. I get feeling that I got IIM seat. That day, the kind of feeling that I have, hearing your daughter, I get the same feeling. Somebody's got an admission into Harvard.
Yes.
It's fantastic to hear in the families of Bhadrachalam that someone has got admission into Harvard. Yeah, it's something really great. Convey our best wishes and compliments for the
Thank
child.
you, sir. Thank you very much.
And anything that you want in Harvard, I have a lot of my classmates and friends
Oh,
who are there.
Great.
They are
Definitely a call on you.
Yeah, especially in Boston. If she gets into Boston campus or Kennedy School there in Yale, so I would be able to be of some help to you. Now, coming back to your the 10 learnings that we have had at the cost of 5 minutes, Christina, forgive me. I'd like to recap the 10 learnings that we've had from this wonderful talk. Although he may not have intended to make it a wonderful talk, but this turned out to be a real wonderful talk, I must admit. The first learnings that we have had, Jaypal, from your talk is a conducive atmosphere at home or at office. It is only in BPL, out of many companies that I worked, like you, I have also experienced a very conducive atmosphere where you learn quite a lot and contribute quite a lot. You would come across bosses who would exploit the best in you. That's a kind of office atmosphere, and home atmosphere is specific to everybody. But then having a conducive home and a conducive office is the first requirement of a success of a professional. You brought out that point. We are grateful to you. And the second point that you brought out is the decile combination and decile combination leading to productivity. At least till 87 that I was there, we had never seen this point. Although we were, in fact, those days it was all hectic activity. Feeding the machine. There are no orders, running around, going to Sivakasi, Bombay, George, screaming from there, and things. So there are kind of crisis situations we've had. We never used to walk in the office. We used to run. Christina would remember. I mean, nobody would walk in the BPL office. We only, Madhu would also remember. We only used to run in the office from that wing to this wing and so on. So, but then we never realized that, somebody like Vishy could bring out this funda, that decile combination activity, MAs and manufacturing program and OAS, making this activity can lead to profitability of the company. It may have been there subtly, but then your time brought out this concept and motivated the people. Then the people came out of the zone of comfort and they gave their best. You, Murli, Ramu, and Kuri Madam was there. All the team, the manufacturing team had made all this. So probably as the machines grew, number of machines, number third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh machines grew, you guys were able to really make this center, the order handling section, as one of the centers which led to profitability of the company. When people realize that we are contributing to the profit of the company, definitely they break out of their comfort zones and contribute to the larger cause. That is probably what happened in the, at your time, and you brought out the point. I'd like to highlight that when you make people's activity as very important to the larger cause of the organization, they would give their best. They would forget everything else and work day and night to give it. It is not money. It's not only money. Money anyway comes. But then why should people work? People work for a well-motivated atmosphere when their contribution is realized and attached to the larger cause of the organization. They feel that they are doing big thing. Yeah, I'm not a small fry anymore. I'm not a forgotten entity. Yeah, vehicle combination. Ramu and Jaypal used to be very humble guys those days, except the friendly atmosphere that we have had. But then it was a humble activity. But then now I realized that it's been made into a big activity, a well-recognized activity. That is the reason for success. One of the reasons for success. I am happy to recognize that. And Venkatachari has been an important force in that as well. And you mentioned about your Bhadrakulam stint of pushing the rails and dispatching the rails without wrapper and things like that. Much before, when the strike used to be there, when we joined, we used to carry the wrapper. We used to carry the wrapper, the trimmings and all. We used to move from here to there when workers are on strike. And we were deputed to the mill, 1982, 83. So we used to be there, and those were the kind of experiences you learn from everything. The more mundane activity that you do, more is the learning, because from there the life builds. Life doesn't build top to down. Life builds bottom to the top. Life is always a bottom up. You start from the humble activities. The more you work at the bottom, better you will be a person when you go up there. And you are one such beautiful example that you brought out. And we are happy for that, Jaypal. And you very well described your sojourn to Bombay, your trip in Bombay, and you worked at the time of Babri Masjid demolition, 1992, and things like that. That was up to 1996 that you had worked. Beautiful learnings we could rejoice and enjoy today also, and apply to all our lives as well. Then more interesting in your talk is your subsequent sojourn, your subsequent stint in rural atmosphere, the village development, rural people, leprosy people, how you joined your father till 2003. That stint has definitely anchored you to the realities of life and active society. Unless one know the reality of the life at the bottom, he would not become a great leader, because he would always live in a ivory tower. Top is the only world. He would not get the bottom. But the wealth is created at the bottom. Madhu Garu may supplement my views, because the wealth is always created at the bottom. Your shop floor people, your packers, your movers and whatnot, the kind of people that you have there in the shop floor, where the wealth is created. Wealth is only analyzed. Wealth is only directed and appropriated at the top. But I would feel wealth is always created at the bottom. The more motivation that you put into the bottom, better is the success at the top. And that's what I've seen in Bhadrachalam. And the day and night, Mr. Chugh and team used to work. Mr. Pradeep Doble, Mr. Sanjay Singh, the kind of people that we have come across who were putting right hands on, always on the shop floor. They're just always on the shop floor that used to be. So the kind of people we met. So that rural stint that Jaipal had undergone has really, really exposed him to the reality of life more than working in Bhadrachalam. In Bhadrachalam, he would have seen the girls around and he would have worked 10 hours shifts and things like that. But definitely in those years from 1966 to 2003, definitely Jaipal has seen the reality of life, and that has laid foundations subsequent success when he moved in 2017 to T Estate to pursue his passion. In this example that you have cited, Jaipal, I would also realize that for those people who pursue their passion, the success is absolutely guaranteed. Okay, I am more happy now when I become a teacher. I always the struggle in the heart, between the teacher and the corporate executive was always there when I was working for till 2004. That I broke out and became a teacher, broke out into the collegiate system. So this struggle inside the heart is experienced by everybody, every one of us. Those who are fortunate, the alignment would be perfect, they would be more successful. We have seen the people in BPL also. For those who discover this alignment outside after they're leaving their company and pursuing their own passion, like you've done T Estate, and I have done teaching, Madhu has done manufacturing, setting up his own unit. The internal bliss, the happiness and sense of satisfaction really happens. That is the lesson I would draw and I would communicate in my classes. I would always say that discover who you are. You are not who you are appearing to be on the top, I mean, on the surface, and you are somebody else. Please discover who you are and then do what that you are. Then you will be more successful. That's what personality is all about. Personality development is all about, that we teach. And the people connect that you have discovered in T Estate is fantastic. And we should compliment you, Jaipal, for your wonderful growth from 13 to 30 to 75 acres today. And the most, I would say, one of the most successful people, starting from the humble activity like order handling today to the business owner of such a gigantic size. And you have miles to go anyway. You yourself are telling that this is only halfway through and you have a long miles to go. So wish you all the best, Jaipal. God bless you.
Thank you.
And really, we have a lot to learn from you. I mean, I've discovered today a great person in you, and I've grown my admiration for you, Jaipal, and your passion for wildlife. Definitely, it's what I'm relating. Your passion for cricket, of course, and your work with lawyer Muralidhar Garu and things. So wonderful to hear. It's a pleasant experience. One of the best experiences I've had in our sessions. So Jaipal, compliments to you.
Thank you, sir.
Best. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Over to you, Christina.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Very encouraging, Jaipal.
Thanks, Christina.
Dr. Barla has given you a lot of importance and taken you forward. So now we look forward to your next session where you are going to tell us from 75 acres how much you've.
No, apart from that, it will be pure nonsense next.
Thank you, Dr. Barla.
Yeah.
Basu would like to speak.
Yes, Madhu.
Yeah, please go ahead, Basu.
कभी क्रिकेट को आप ज्यादा सीरियस नहीं लिया लगता है. You never treated it as a real profession for your life.
Correct.
Even in school also.
I played cricket in school. I played in college. I played for the.
Okay.
But apart from that, I didn't pursue that.
But being such a great player, थोड़ा आगे लेने का था.
Maybe in hindsight, yes.
Any regret? Any regrets?
I did. Yeah, I did. I do have regrets. Yes. I do have regrets. Hi, Vasu.
Hi, Jay. First of all, you are able to hear me?
Yeah, very clearly.
Yeah, congrats, yeah. What a fantastic correlated speech, yeah. Superb, superb. It is
Thank you.
real, you don't need to have the word I used before, I want to use it again. No ambiguity in your thing, your life, how you moved from BPL to till today. But I only wished Chris would have kept on a lighter vein the Don's speech at the end, because he does a critical analysis of everything, and we don't have anything to say. That's a problem, because he already listed out all the 10 points in depth.
That's why he's a professor. That's why he's a professor.
No, that's why we should not.
That is called postmortem.
No, professor should come before Surya, and I think it is better, because professor is always gives a very, very, very critical and depth analysis. Naturally, that's good to know about it. But only thing is, we have something to say, and that gets totally washed off in front of that thing. Those things. That is the reason. It's not that it's a personal.
Very well said.
Now I have
Also,
to
very
take
well
your
said.
point,
Now,
sir. We take your point.
So far, so many people.
You are saying
Surya,
you didn't know, after that you didn't know what to say, but you have said very much, very well.
No. I have something to say. Don't bother, Pradeep. I have something to add also.
Go
I
ahead,
would have
go ahead.
yesterday. What I wanted to say is that speaker, I think he has got always of his own. He can have a 1 hour speech, Barla Garu, because he is so capable of and in his own way of professor, in mind. He does analysis, do thorough appraisal of everybody.
Makes notes also.
Now
notes,
you are doing now, Basu. Now go ahead with your talk.
Okay, because he said 5 minutes and he took 15 minutes, so you are not talking about that. Okay, Chris. Jay.
He's my boss.
That is some reason behind that. Okay, good. Anyway, I now understand that. I will be careful, because I came mainly to hear Jaypal's speech. Otherwise, I had some other thing. Great, Jaypal, to hear about your thing or your life. It is I can say that I can emulate so many things from that. But it is too late for me, because I'm already 68 plus. So, but all the best. Yeah, you're great.
Thanks,
you brought your children so well, and they are now in the top of their wrestling profession, are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. Very, very nice to hear that. All the best, and then do keep in touch, and wish you good luck, and looking forward to hear more speeches like this, because but I agree totally with Barla that the way in which you presented yourself, the language, the flow, everything was fantastic. It is marvelous. Out of the so far webinar speeches, I think I find this is to be the best one.
Thank you so
for
much,
that.
sir.
Thank you, Jayapal.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Basu,
All the best.
for your
All the
kind
best.
words. Thank you very
All
much.
the best. Thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you, Basu.
Chris.
Thank you for
Thank you
giving
for-
this. Giving this a nice.
Jay, one question is, I think at least you should justify your stand-up comedy show by briefing more about this five pawns issue.
Okay. You see, that's very simple, Basu Garu. The 5 pawns issue is gaining a maximum benefit with a minimum investment.
I know about that. No, I have experience. That's why I want to know where you are
Acha.
outbeaten me. I wanted to just check it out.
I thought Jaypal was going to say that with BPL salary he couldn't afford more than 5 pounds.
No.
Pradeep Garu, you're not far from the truth, by the way.
He got the point. No.
You're not at all far from the truth.
You was talking about the broader
Basu,
perspective
I
of
never
BPL.
had pan from you, Basu. Don't say lies.
Okay.
Okay.
You see now that has got more effect than other things what has been offered. That's
called the sweetness of life.
Yeah. No.
Wrapped in a leaf.
I know. See, I have seen you close quarters.
Every time Basu speaks, there is a green rectangle coming around it. So it shows how green he was with jealousy with all your successes.
No. No, because no, something, Pradeep, something which I have not contemplated or tried upon. I think Jay, I think maybe I will take some tips. That's good.
Don't say you didn't try. Don't say you didn't try. You didn't succeed.
No, the issue is coming because I tried it and then I would not
succeed.
No,
Basu, never too late, Basu.
Absolutely.
No.
You are still a young man. Never too late.
Yeah. I can try with retired people.
Why? What?
Retired fine. Don't try it with tired people. Retired fine.
Hey, you go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
No. That's all part of the show.
At least
Thanks, Basu. I think every time you come on this platform, you make us laugh. That much I'm very sure about.
No, the show somewhere there should be some laughter. Otherwise, you are not talking about pepper machine every time you are talking about only that only. That's the reason that I wanted. That is why
I'm complimenting you, Basu.
That's why I'm saying.
I know
that you are adding so many points to Barla's points, indirectly saying this is the last time we have talked about Deckel combination. What the hell? Yeah, you marketing guys think is catch whiskers, the Deckel combination.
Pradeep,
this is the fourth time I'm hearing about Deckel combination.
Pradeep, no, you might have been wanting to say this all these days, but you are not told. That is the reason.
I do. The reason I have to follow.
Now you are blushing now.
I have to follow. I have to learn from you guys.
Deckel combination is their bread, sir. Their bread is Deckel combination.
So Jayapal, finally it's going nicely with the comedy show.
That's correct. No, that's the purpose, the inspiration. Thought-provoking. Why is it called?
Now, Chris, because of the
I am the catalyst.
People are still holding in the conference call and waiting for something else spicy to come.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you next, Basu. But now let us go ahead with Madhu. Come, Madhu, please share your views.
Yeah, that's what I was asking Jayapal about his cricket. See, being a serious player, I thought he will take up that profession. And that's what he was telling me.
Yeah.
Jayapal.
Yeah.
अभी कभी एक मैच ऑर्गेनाइज कर लेंगे यार हैदराबाद में.
Definitely, Madhu. But I'll have to move on. I'll have to move on roller skates.
Why? Any issue with
running between the wickets? I have to skate between the wickets.
No, we will start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is our running?
No, I'm just joking. Anyway, why so? She says, Christine.
Immediately you were standing nicely only just now.
Madhu is fit enough to play cricket.
We played a lot of serious cricket those days, actually.
Madhu was those days a fast medium bowler. The quickest in our team.
No, all the more that whether he is fit today. That's the thing. Because all the more because he was a fast bowler, he is suggesting some game matches and all. Whether how fit he is, I think maybe that he is going for regular jogging and all. No, I think.
Fast medium bowler, you said, yeah. Fast medium bowler.
Oh, what is the big correction you did, like a Simon Matthews? As if you.
Jayapal was the best batsman I ever saw. Yeah, Jayapal was the best batsman I ever saw. Excellent.
So, Dr. Barla, one cricket match, Dr. Barla.
Yes.
Barla.
If I may interrupt in this, Barla.
Yeah, you
have all the liberty today.
Yeah, don't say. I have a saying that let me interrupt while you are interrupting. Okay.
Sure.
So in this, there was a cricket match which we played. It was Chairman's 11 versus President's 11. Chairman's 11 was Mr. Chug and President's 11 was Mr. Kutti. And we played this match in Hyderabad Public School. Madhu was also there. You remember Madhu?
Yeah.
Joga Rao sir, you.
Yes.
Viren Khosla, KGT.
Jay, which year? Yeah? Which year, Jay?
It was in the late 80s, Basu.
I was there, I think.
Yeah, you were there. You were also playing. You were also in the opposite team.
Yeah. I think with Murli and all that.
Yes. So during that match, just for fun, we had a couple of ladies also in our team. One was Nirmala and the other was Sandhya.
Sandhya was there.
Sandhya and Nirmala was there.
Jaipal, was it in RR Railway Recreation
No,
Club
it was
grounds?
No, Hyderabad Public School. Public School, Begumpet.
Hyderabad Public School, yeah.
Yes.
We saw the
And then
photographs.
we have photographs of that. So
Right.
when the match was over, we had won and all that. But anyway, Nirmala was in one of the teams. She came out to bat. And then somebody bowled, I don't know who. And then she had a massive swipe at the ball, missed it completely, and there was no sign of the ball. And people were looking all around for it. Where's the ball? Kahan gaya ball? Where's the ball? Including Nirmala searching. And giggling, girls always giggle. She's giggling, kicking, arey ball gaya. Hey, Jaipal, where's the ball? And then suddenly, Mr. Chug from the stands, he calls out, in a very deep voice, his characteristic voice, where's the ball? And then we found it's inside her pant. Eventually. I mean, those were some lighter moments.
Good one.
Now tell me in which team you were, Jaipal?
We won the match, KLC's team.
How you won the match? You must have
Because it was fixed, yeah.
The RKK must have allowed you to win the match.
Mr. Kutti was so nice. He said, how can we lose to the chairman's 11?
There's no doubt that he would have allowed them to win.
Whose side are you on, Chris?
You are allowed to win.
I'm neutral.
Neutral. Because
both are my bosses.
She can't.
Good one.
Yeah. Madhu, do you have anything more to share with Jaipal?
NSR madam can say something. NSR madam is there.
If Madhu finished, then we'll go to Mrs.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. Thank you, Madhu. Ma'am, please go ahead, ma'am.
One point till now no one has covered. I liked Jaipal's
That's a good one.
Do good to others and good will always return to us. So I was just waiting to say that.
Right.
I thought somebody would take up that, and I was just wondering what else can be spoken. But since no one has spoken about that, I got the chance to say that. But that's a very, very true statement. When you do good to others, good will definitely come back.
True.
And I strongly believe in it. Maybe that
Thank
works so well for you also, in spite of shifting from one career to other, quite different ones. I think this foundation, like the funda you believed in, that has helped you, pass easily through all these careers.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very nice. I like it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
It's what I strongly believe in.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. That's we should emulate. It's very good.
Thank you, ma'am. Anything more?
You want to add anything?
Prema, ma'am, anything more?
No. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. As usual, ma'am, we expect that very important point from you only.
Yeah.
Because you exude all those qualities that you always talk about. Thank you so much. And Jaipal had a mix of lot of, actually the wholesomeness of life, right from corporate to whatever, just as Mr. Doble said, humanity and all. So can we have any more people? Isabel, would you like to speak? Can you put on your...
Oh, Bella is there, is it? Oh, great.
Yeah, Bella is there, yes. And she's been here from quite some time.
Hello,
Isabel,
Bella.
you can put on your video and speak, and put on your audio also.
Mute.
We've heard her much, not seen her much. I'd like really Bella to talk.
No, she has been coming, but she speaks much later when you'll all go off. Isabel, come. Everybody wants to hear you.
Isabel talks only to Christine, I think, every time.
Her name itself is Bella. वो सही Bella का wait करती है. उसका Bella आता है तभी बोलती है.
Correct.
Then Christine will only know when she will come.
There's one Mr. Venkateshwarlu.
YV.
YV. Would you like to speak? Surya, I think finally you have to speak. Not finally.
Surya,
you have anything to, you have a good sense of humor too, so you can go ahead.
Surya will finish.
No,
he'll say the vote of thanks later, but let him.
No, but anything Surya is crisp.
Always.
Didn't understand.
I didn't understand.
He's dropping hints.
What is
Boss
that?
is dropping hints.
Enough. I think I don't need Pradeep need not
I
do
don't-
his thing. Just he can silently listen. You don't need to. Just again,
His
make up.
real intent is articulated by me, so he wants me to be silent spectator.
I didn't attend for the past 10 sessions, so I just thought today I should.
Make your presence felt.
No, I'd like to.
Please.
Yes,
please.
Jaipal sir has rightly mentioned a few things. The way BPL, we do some things even we are not told to do. I recollect a moment when there was a fire accident in Turbine House. We are in very far away place finishing house. We were running and we found ourselves in the middle of the fire. We are firefighting and coming out of that place and again taking some breath and again going back. But when another fire accident, I remember PM6 winder where Hari sir was struck, and we don't know that he was rescued, but we were still searching for him in the darkness. But one more fire accident I seen in when I was in Iran. I was not letting my team to go and lead from the front. I was organizing, but I was not leading from the front. The way I've done in Bhadrachalam. My close friend asked me why you're not going inside. I said, this company will not take care of you if you're gone. So you need to be careful. So even though we are doing our best, but we are not doing the way we were in Bhadrachalam. We know that company will take care of our family if something goes wrong to us. That the confidence we don't have. Even they are paying me 10 times more, but that confidence was not there when I was in Bhadrachalam. So I was recollecting what Mr. Jaipal was saying. He went to office in Bombay. And second thing, really nice thing he said about doing good to others. Sanjay sir has inspired us to set up a Rotaract club, and I was president for Rotaract for 1 year.
Good.
And what I found is finding a right person who deserves help is very difficult thing. You have many people who are ready to help, but finding the right person who deserves help is very difficult to find out. Most of the help goes to the wrong people. That is one critical thing I learned. And one more incident I recall from sir. He told us on tunnel theory, something like traffic thing. If you are a 4-lane road, one lane is always in a highway and the other lanes are struggling to make move. I think it got struck. Am I audible, sir?
It's a bit broken. Now it's audible. Yeah.
Yes. I'm saying he made us understand that faster lane will also trouble after some time. You need to be more helpful to the 3 lanes. Otherwise, your life is also get struck.
Not too clear, Surya.
Surya, it's not clear. Chris,
you need-
before you finish, just one point about BPL. Please allow me. Okay.
Please. Why don't you take a session, Bas? We want to hear from you at that time.
We will do that. This is only about the strike, in 91 when Jaipal was telling, how loyal or how, you are staying to work for the company, even at times of this thing. Myself, Arinath and Santosh were there in a room in Bhadrachalam, and we were asked to take care of the coal feeding in coal yard.
Yeah.
The toughest job anybody would have seen, dragging coal. Okay, Madhugaru, you will agree, because first time we are seeing and the load and the heaviness, and we were doing it right from morning, the 10 hours or something like that, continuously, all the three of us. It is, I think, what you can say, this capacity utilization was at the highest, like that we did. And when we come back to the guest house, we it was a very, very satisfying. Don't think that the company is interested with some additional responsibility like that. It was never felt. It was so satisfying, and then we had a nice sleep at the end, because you are fagged out, you are totally exhausted with a 10-hour of a job which is really a strenuous job. So I thought that Jayapal was telling about that 4 of them staying in a room, and all the same thing happened with us. And at the end, why I wanted is, at the end, when I was just wanting to go to Hyderabad, because you are allowed after a month, you can just go and see your family and come back. So I was just planning to go to Hyderabad back. And then Mr. Kuti was going to Hyderabad. He said, Bhaskar, you come along with me, I will take you. And then he dropped me in my house that time.
Yes.
So, and throughout that is something, that is what I say, the BPL is what it stands for. So the entire my life, BPL is something which I can never forget, for the people, for the way in which this thing, for the professionalism, for Mr. Chugh in particular. BPL is a place to always in my memories. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Just I wanted to share this.
Thanks, Basu. Thank you. While on that same topic, I can tell you that you all were working in the mill, and Mr. Chugh and myself were at the teleprinter telling you all how to go ahead.
Yeah.
And I was carrying in those days, and it was only 2 of us, and Inder in the whole building. And it used to be about 10, 11, 12 sometimes. So Mr. Agarwal used to be on the other side of at Bhadrachalam, and we used to be here, and it was just the teleprinter that worked, and he would dictate, and I'm listening, and I'm in my in the peak of my pregnancy, and next morning I would be back at 9 o'clock with the same zeal and zest of.
Exactly. That's how it was.
That's the greatness of it. We never felt the pressure, and being pregnant and all.
That's what
I didn't even realize that. So that was so nice.
You were waiting for the next day to come, like that.
He was standing by my side and dictating, and I was typing away, do this, that, and then Mr. Agarwal will again send back. So it went on like that. So we had a lot of nice times.
But luckily you were in an AC. Luckily you were in an AC room. You were in a.
I don't know if that teleprinter room had that much of an AC effect at that part of the night. So
definitely better than a courtyard.
But sir, Courtyard is ultimate, sir. Courtyard, the climate is ultimate.
Ultimate, sir. Ultimate.
Yeah.
To drag that cold in that, what is that? What do you call that? I don't know those things and all.
That wheelbarrows.
No, not the wheel, but the one to sting it and put it inside the oven. What is that called? I don't know.
Furnace, that furnace, that shovel.
No, the shovel.
Shovel. Oh, it's a huge shovel. Not that heavy duty shovel. Used for.
Anyways, Basu, I know you are definitely one up on me on this, but still I consider myself one up on you, because being pregnant and being there till 12 o'clock.
No, I am no one up on. I am at the end. Don't worry. I will never claim my thing. It's only experience I am telling. Okay, don't. Anytime Chris is on the top. Okay, don't.
Except defeat.
Madam Krishna, just a time check. 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you Surya is always crisp. I told you Surya is always crisp.
Isabel, I think Isabel is not. Yeah.
Steen, I have some point to share regarding what Surya has said.
You guys carry on. Huh? Thank you very much.
Pradeep, a pleasure to have you.
Great.
It was a pleasure to be.
It was both combined, fun and games, as well as some serious stuff and a lot of learnings. So all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I have something to share.
Yes.
If Pradeep can care to share for half a minute, 30 seconds.
He's gone.
Pradeep sir already left.
He's already left anyway. Surya, what you have said is very important, to find the beneficiary, right kind of beneficiary is very important because I was remembering one project where I was in Madras Christian College when I was working. We were asked to mobilize funds for the poor children. They come to the college and they don't know how, they don't have money to buy the books or clothes or shoes and so on. And MCC is very strict that you must have a certain kind of shoe, certain kind of a dress, otherwise you're not allowed inside the gate. So some children were staying outside the gate always. So we are a team of people. I was just mobilized a team and we wanted to get some money from the corporates. We went to Gumadipundi, a place called Gumadipundi, which George and Vasu may remember.
Tamil Nadu, yeah.
Yeah, there's a company called Birla Carbon. A company called Birla Carbon. I went there, made a presentation about the MCC, and said how many children, white card children are there who are not able to. So, but they didn't believe. They wanted to give money, but they didn't believe. How can we believe you? So what I did was that I went to their houses, these poor children houses, and made videos of how these children live, what they eat, how they drink, how they how it is videoed, and 30 such videos I took and made a presentation to Birla Carbon MD. Then they've sanctioned. Now many of the corporate companies are failing in their CSR because they are giving money to the fraud NGOs who are posing as beneficiaries, and that's where in India the CSR mission is paid. But in Bhadrachalam, what I have seen, I am the local person, Kupad, Sarapaka, Bhadrachalam areas, we have seen that Bhadrachalam is successful in identifying the beneficiaries. All the water schemes, the notebooks, the educational materials that BPL supplies to schools around there are rightly, there is an SOP which is prepared, and under these points you must validate a person and then give it. So unless those kind of strict SOPs are made, not be able to identify the right beneficiary, that's where the CSR fails. Or some agents must be there, like me. I was an agent between the Birla Carbon and the MCC. My team, we had gone to the houses, kitchens of the people and made videos of how they live, and that moved the MD of the company, and they gave they promised 30 lakhs and they gave the first check of 3 lakhs they gave, and then I disbursed that and came back. So last 10 months it's been in limbo. Maybe the 30 lakhs would be 27 lakhs would be disbursed much later on. I've got a commendation certificate from Rajashri Birla for that work which we did. So I agree with you, Surya. The CSR mission is failing because of inability of the companies in identifying the right beneficiary. They think that, okay, when somebody comes, give a check and write it in the CSR box. You've done so much donation, produce the balance sheet. We have done 3 crores in the CSR fund, so this is accounted for. But whether it's going for the right beneficiary or not, put a system in place, put people behind. Don't attach it to accounts department or HR department. Create a CSR cell with an exclusive objectives, work instructions, and so on. Then it will be successful. That's how it is. And thanks for bringing out this point, Surya. It's a wonderful, an important point. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, even when we are also giving, doing charity to some people, we wonder, whether it's really given to the right person. I mean, as a personal, on a personal note, you say 10 rupees, 15 rupees, whatever it is. We wonder whether we are giving it to the right person. That is a very, I mean, if we are giving it to the beggars at the crossroads, we hear so many things about them. So we don't know we are doing the right thing, but we feel happy. It gives us some self-satisfaction that we are helping somebody. So most often we try to give people who we know, who is single mother or struggling. So we try to give like that. So anyways, that's, but on a broader note, yes, companies and all have their own ways, and Surya is very right. And Rotary Club must have also made their own study of how to understand who's requiring that. So, Jaipal, thank you, Surya. Jaipal, thanks so much. You've really
Thanks,
brought out a lot of topics. I thought we'll finish within 6 o'clock, but we have gone to 6:30 and now it's 6:40. So with that, I think Isabel is not saying anything. So I'll request Surya to kindly say a few words and close the session.
Jaipal sir, thank you very much for your talk today. I request one more talk from you solely on comedy thing.
Okay, we'll have
this talk has been
nonsense.
This talk has been very inspirational, but
Yes.
but we need one talk only on entertainment part. We have seen some glimpse of that today. We need that continuously for at least 30 minutes. I request you your again time. We'll slot one time again. Please give us
Definitely,
time.
sir. Definitely.
Thank you very much, and hearty congratulations to your daughter who is of Harvard.
Thank you very
please
much.
bring her to our sessions one day. We'll listen from her success story also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to Barla Garu for organizing this session, and thanks to all, especially Pradeep sir, who always guiding us from the front and helping these sessions carrying on. I think next month we will be maybe reaching, I'll just check. In April, I think we will be reaching 1 year of these webinars.
We'll have celebration.
Thing. Yes,
Wow.
yes.
So the seminar of seminars. We'll have a seminar of seminars.
No, we will have a physical celebration.
No, we can't say physical, I don't know, but I'm game for it, virtual.
We will kidnap you here. क्या बोलते हैं मधु?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm ready.
घर से उठा लेंगे.
Such a beautiful girl.
Surya will protect me.
Yes, I will definitely there, madam. Prema madam, thank you very much.
Surya will join us also.
Thanks for joining us, and you brought a right point to the discussion.
Yeah.
And I also thank all other participants, silent participants, especially Isabella Garu. Thank you all. Let us have a good weekend night. Have good fun. Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, sorry.
All the
Thanks,
participants.
thanks Jaipal. Very nice session. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Barla.
I must thank most
Thank you, Prema
charming
madam.
Jaipal.
Bye, Madhu.
Madhu. Just a second.
Bye, sir.
Yeah,
Bye,
yes, sir.
I must thank the most charming and gracious host, and also Surya Garu, who make all these things possible, and of course
Jagan.
Barla and Jagan Garu, and Barla to keep this group going, and Pradeep sir to always lend his invaluable comments and support.
Yes.
Also motivates us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure
Thank you,
hosting
thank you.
you, Jaipal. Thanks a lot.